So we're gonna do movement together for the first 30 minutes. And then I'm actually gonna share my screen, and like Tuesday will come teach us for the last 30 minutes, her recorded restorative class. It's always up on you guys on your portal. And y'all can let me know what you think, but I've thought about trying to do this once a month so that everybody gets to do that softer, gentle practice. And I've been sharing these recorded classes a little bit in my personal hub as well, and it seems to be going pretty well. So, good. All right, well, let's get started. Come find your yoga mat. You guys are already there. I'm gonna put us on mute. All right, take a comfortable seat on your mat. Nice and tall through the spine. Roll the shoulders up and back a couple of times. And then forward and down a couple of times. Shrug the shoulders up to the ears. And then just release them down. And as you do that for a moment, close your eyes or turn your gaze a bit low. And as the eyes close, as your gaze goes low, bring your attention, your awareness to your breath. Nod the chin down to the chest and rock the head from side to side here. Leave the right ear over towards the right shoulder. Walk the left hand out to the side. And then bring that right hand on top of the left ear and give it a little tug out to the side. All these opening movements that we're pretty familiar with. And then just hands back to the legs. Drop chin to chest and then on over to the second side. Same thing here. Walk out the free hand. And take the left hand on top of the right ear for that little tug out to the side. Part of the reason for the familiarity, the repetition of the movement at the beginning is to give our body's nervous system the signal that it's time for yoga. Let go of the extra stress and tension. Okay, drop the hands down, chin to the chest. And then walk the hands out in front of you as you bow over the body. Change the legs until you're in child's pose. Big toes together, knees apart. Walk the hands out long in front. Walk both hands over towards your right side. Enjoy a good stretch from left fingertips back towards the left hip. And walk the hands across the center on over to the second side. Same thing here. Pull back from the right hand back towards the right hip. We come back to the middle. Inhale, come up to all fours. Have the hands under our shoulders, the knees under our hips. Good, and cat and cow. Just start to move the spine here. As always, every time in cow pose, pull the chest forward and through, eyes and tailbone up to the sky. And then exhale, press down through the hands and knees, round the back and drop the head. So just back and forth here, working with the breath. One more round of cat and cow. Okay, let's change to downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. Pedal out your feet here. Feel free to shake your head a little yes and no, whatever feels nice to us. And then find some stillness in downward facing dog. Actively press the hands down and forward. Feel free to have a little bend behind the knees. Claudette, especially you today with that sciatica, keep a little bend behind the knees so you're not overdoing it. And then walk the hands all the way backwards to the feet. So we're at the end of our sticky mat. Hang forward, hold on to the elbows, sway a little bit from side to side. And then nice and slow, roll it up to standing. As you make all the way up to standing, walk to the front edge of our yoga mat. Inhale, lift the arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, extend from the hips out to the crown of the head. Step all the way back to plank pose. And we're going knees, chest, and chin today. So set the toes, the knees, get the hands and the chest down as well as the chin. Keep a little lift of the hips. Looks like our little grasshopper about to leap off. And then from there, belly down, chest up for cobra. And push back to child's pose. Okay, look through the hands. Walk both hands a little bit to the left side of your mat and bring your right foot forward into your low lunge. So I just did low lunge with hands both on the inside of the foot. Pick up your back knee. And then just shift forward and back. And certainly you don't have to make the front leg go all the way straight here. It's just towards straight, working this dynamic movement. I want you to keep the right knee bent now. Re-lower the back knee. And pull your back heel in towards your sit bone. So left heel in towards your seat. At the same time, take your right arm out in front of you. So you're reaching really long here. And then right hand up to the sky. Adds in a little twist. Keep doing that, or reach back and hold on to the back foot for a deeper quad stretch. So any of those three actions. And then here we release the back leg, lift the back knee up, and step it back to downward facing dog. Okay, to come through the second side, you can go down to your knees, walk the hands more over towards the right side of the mat, and step the left foot forward. Bring the back knee up. And again, a little bit of a shift forward and back here. So by keeping the hands on the inside, we're just trying to create a little more space in this pose. Work mostly lower body into hips and legs for this 30-minute active practice. Okay, so back knee down. Pull the right heel in towards your seat so you're getting that quad stretch, nice stretch down the front of the back leg. And then take the left hand out in front. That's stage A. B, you'll lift the arm up and twist, look up. Stay there, or take your hand back, hold on to the foot. Give it one more breath. And then we'll release it all the way out. Find downward facing dog. And then look forward now in between the hands and make your way forward to the front of your sticky mat. Lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Stand up, reach the arms all the way to the sky. Bring the palms together, center of the chest. Okay, we're gonna take it again. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, forward fold over. Half lift, extend from the hips, out to the crown of the head. And step back to plank. Lower the knees down and the chest and chin to the mat. And then pull the chest through, belly down for cobra. Again, we'll push our hips back for child's pose. Okay, similar setup. Walk the hands a little bit to the left side and step the right foot all the way through to your lunge. Lift the back knee off of the floor. This time, warrior two. So spin the back heel down. We can build up to the thigh and then lift your torso all the way up and extend the arms in either direction. So kind of a nice way to be low in the position from the very start. I want you to go back and forth between side angle and warrior two. So come right elbow to the knee and reach the left arm overhead. And then here we go. Inhale, come up, warrior two. Exhale, over to your side angle. I'm gonna do it 2 more times. Inhale, come upright. Exhale, into the side. Inhale, come upright. And exhale, side angle. Okay, bring the top hand to your waist. Look down and walk both hands back to the inside edge of your foot. Lift your back heel up. And set the left knee down to the ground. Okay, like half splits. We'll kick our hips back and straighten the right leg. So you're getting a good stretch through that front hamstring and leg. If that feels good, you're gonna stay right there. If it feels good, but you've got a little bit more space, pick up your right leg and extend it further out in front of you so you get even a little bit more stretch down that right leg. So kind of finding your zone. And then nice and careful, pull it all the way back so you're in all fours. So this always helps me feel good as you come back to all fours. You're gonna wag your tail a little bit side to side. As you wag to the left, look over your left shoulder. As you wag to the right, look over the right shoulder. Back and forth. Okay, and then we'll do it on the second side. So if the hands go just slightly to the right, room to shift your left foot forward and pop up the back knee. Again, we're building this into warrior two. So we're gonna spin the back heel down and then the legs are already exactly where we want them. We just have to crawl up to the thigh and then all the way upright, extend the arms out for warrior two. Okay, let's go back and forth a little bit in the upper body. Reach the right arm overhead, left elbow to the knees for side angle. And then come upright, side angle, and upright. One more time, side angle pose, and upright. Take it down to side angle, and then keep walking, hands to the floor, lift the back heel up, come around to all fours. And this time we're going to take our hips in big circles down and forward, and then back towards your heels, around, hips forward, and then back towards your heels. Good, down and forward. I see you, Luna. Give me just a few minutes. And then go the opposite way. Bring the hips around and forward, and then back, around and forward, and sit all the way back, hips to the heels, full child's pose here. From child's pose, lift your torso so you're sitting upright, back on your heels, and then just take an easy twist in one direction, and an easy twist in the other direction. Hey, Luna, do you think you can go tell your sister? And then come back to the center and lift both arms up to the sky. Interlace the fingers, flip the palms, push through your thumb and your first finger. Knit your low ribs in towards the belly and down towards your heels. Okay, release the hands, give everything a little bit of a shake, and then just transition up to standing. As we come up to standing, a couple of balance poses. Stand on your left leg, and let's place our right foot onto the left leg in tree pose. I'm going up to the thigh. You can also stay lower on your shin. Palms together, and then do that same interlace of the hand, flip the palms up to the sky that you just did. Reach, reach, reach. Release the arms down and take the leg down. Give it a go to the second side. Place the left foot onto the right leg. Point the toes down to the floor and the knee out to the side. A little bit different with the arms as they go up. Keep them wide here in a nice wide V. Try to relax the shoulders a little more than maybe you just did before. A little more spacious hold. Take in several breaths. And release the arms, release the leg down, give it a little bit of a shake. Okay, quite similar thing, but we're going to take it into a little bit more of an advanced hip opening shape. Sometimes I hold on to a wall or something to make this one easier. Feel free to. So you go from your tree pose, but we're going to cross the ankle over to the other side of the leg. And same thing, it can be below the knee or up higher. So this is a little bit more like a lotus leg. And if your body allows to come down, hold on to the foot and grab it as high as the crease of the hip. You can take it, hold on to it there. And then we're extending the knee down towards the floor a bit. No pushing or pulling here, just does it work. And then if you've got this deeper hold of the half lotus leg, try to lift the knee back up and then release it down. Shake it out. Again, second side here. So you start with your regular tree pose and then cross it over, more like that figure four shape. It could be higher. And if you do have it higher here, then we can try the forward fold, point instead of flex of the foot, and it's going to lift the crease of the knee. The crease of the hip. And then bring the torso upright. And then I'm extending from the inner thigh to the inner knee to make the knee face more down to the floor. I'm not pulling on the knee, it's just the extension through the front of the hip flexor. And then again, you want to lift the thigh and knee up to release yourself out of the pose. Give it a little bit of a shake. From the front of the mat, lift up. Exhale, forward fold. And go back to downward facing dog. Step the right foot all the way through to your lunge. Come on up to high lunge, hands at the waist. And then hands straight up into the air. As much as we can, we're keeping our hips, our shoulders square to the front of the mat. Okay, this one's like a little bit subtle, but to get our hips from what I'm going to say is right now the highest point into a lower point, I want you to bend your back knee like 2 inches, scoot your back foot 2 inches further back, and then try to straighten your left leg again. Push through really dynamically all the way to the heel. Okay, hands to the waist. They can come down and step it all the way forward. And then just pause there for a moment. So Claudette and I were talking right before we started, a little bit of sciatica pain. It's super common. These front to back lunges, this little series is something that tends to help me, but it's a pretty strong movement. So just make sure it feels okay in the moment. Left knee over the left ankle, hands to the hips, and come upright. Okay, and then arms to the sky. So partly I'm trying to give us some good body length from the hips to the shoulders here. And we want to keep that, but again, bend the right knee like 2 inches, scoot the right foot 2 inches further back, and then that should give you something to power through. Press the right leg as straight as you can, push through into the right heel. At the same time, the left knee is trying to go forward. And lower the hands. Lower the back knee, come around to all fours. Always good just to settle in. Okay, and last bit with me here is pigeon pose. Right knee behind the right wrist. Walk the left leg back, 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 until you have room to come down further to the forearms. Once here on the forearms. Just take in the breath a little bit. Soften around the face to allow some softness to come into the body. This is sort of our transition pose before we move into a bit of restorative practice from Tuesday. Okay, good. Slowly walk back up to your hands. Pull the back knee in and then right knee back. Second side, when you're ready, left knee. Walk your right leg back. And come all the way, fold down and forward to your forearms. Give it a couple more breaths right here. And then slowly come back up to the hands. Walk the right leg in, pull the left leg back, and stretch all the way into downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift all the way into downward facing dog. Then from down dog, take the knees to the ground and do child's pose. Take a few breaths there in child's pose, and I'm going to be sharing my screen. And we'll transition here into our restorative
Welcome
practice.
to this month's collaboration with Tuesday Urban Yoga and Meditation and Betsy Poos Yoga. This month's class focuses on a gentle hip opener to help relieve built up tension sitting for long periods of time and to help release unwanted emotion. Our Shavasana will include a meditation in the form of a body scan. Once again, we'll keep the props very simple this month. All you need is 3 blankets or 3 pillows. Let's get started. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is take 1 blanket, lay it out the long way, take a second blanket, lay it out right on top of the other the long way, turn the fringes away from you, and then just roll them up together. So you end up with a giant roll. Place this roll down toward the foot end of your mat. And the second, like the last blanket rather, you're just going to fold it 3/4 of the way against the stripe. You can turn it so that the short edge and the long edge face you, or you can turn it the other way with the rounded edge facing you for a little bit more support for your shoulders and the back of your neck. I'm using it the round way this time. Okay, so for our first pose, here's what we're going to do. Lay back. Put your feet on top of the roll, and then bring the bottoms of your feet together. Now allow your knees to open out to the right and to the left. If this is too much stretch for you, you can always just move the roll or place a block under each knee. And now we rest. If you're wearing glasses, take your glasses off. There's nothing for you to see now. I'm going to keep time. If you have some soft, gentle music you'd like to use, please do. Do whatever feels good with your hands and your arms. If at any time this pose feels like too much, you can just come out of the pose and straighten your legs. Push the roll away from you and straighten your legs. Everyone, inhale deeply through your nose. Exhale fully, open mouth. Again, inhale deeply. Exhale fully. And allow your body to settle in the pose. With each exhale, allow your body to settle a little deeper and closer to the floor. With each inhale, feel yourself more present. Take this time to notice how your body feels. If you need to make any adjustments to the props, your clothing, your body. If your feet are too high, you can always just use 1 rolled up blanket. And now take this time to rest. Be sure to relax all of your effort. Begin to bring your awareness back to your body and the space. Notice your breath. Inhale deeply, exhale fully. Use your hands to bring your knees back to center, feet flat on your rolled up blankets. Use your feet to push your blankets away from you. Stretch your legs and toes long. Reach your arms up by your ears. Give yourself a stretch. Relax that effort and bend your knees. Move your knees from side to side. Roll on to whichever side feels good and safe to you. Pause there for a moment. And then use the strength of your hands and your arms to press yourself all the way back up into a seat. With your eyes closed, your gaze softly turned down, take a moment to notice how you feel. Sit up tall. Notice the sensation in your hips. And now, gently open your eyes. All right, we have one more pose that will include our meditation. So there's actually nothing to really do differently. Just move your rolled up blanket back up. What you're going to do this time is simply swing your legs over the roll so that your backs of your knees are supported. Straighten your legs out in front of you. Walk your hands back, lay all the way back. As always, do whatever feels good with your hands and your arms. Sometimes it's nice to bring your arms overhead. Inhale deeply, exhale fully. And once again, allow your body to simply rest. Make any adjustments you need to your rolled up blankets, or maybe you're using pillows. Adjust your head to what feels really good to you. Adjust your body and your clothing. Once again, with each inhale, feel yourself very present here in your time and in your space. With each exhale, allow your body to settle just a little deeper toward the floor. And now, while you continue to rest, I will guide you through a short body scan. The only thing you need to do is rest and focus on the sound of my voice. Bring your awareness fully to your body, fully to your body, from head to toe. And as you begin to settle even deeper with each exhale, awaken the feeling of heaviness in your body, the feeling of heaviness. Become aware of heaviness in every single part of your body. You are feeling so heavy that you are sinking into the floor. Awareness of heaviness. Awareness of heaviness. Make sure you're breathing. Still focusing on your entire body from head to toes. Awaken the feeling of lightness. Awaken the feeling of lightness. A sensation of lightness and weightlessness in all parts of your body. Your body feels so light that it seems to be floating away from the floor. Awareness of lightness. The experience of cold. Awaken the experience of bitter cold in your body. Imagine you are walking on a cold floor in winter. Your feet feel very cold. You feel cold all over. Awareness of coldness. Awareness of coldness. If your mind has drifted away, bring your mind and attention back to your body and awaken the sensation of heat. Awaken the experience of heat. The whole body is hot. Your whole body is hot. You feel hot all over. Recollect the feeling of heat in summer when you are out in the shade with in the sun with no shade. Recollect the feeling of heat in summer when you are out in the sun with no shade. Heat all over your body. Heat all around your body. awareness of heat. And now the experience of pain. Concentrate and try to remember the experience of pain. Any pain that you have experienced in your life, mental or physical. Recollect the feeling of pain. Recollect the feeling of pleasure, any kind of pleasure, physical or mental. Recollect this feeling and relive it. Make it vivid. Awaken the feeling of pleasure. And now withdraw your mind and concentrate on the space in front of your closed eyes. Imagine before you a transparent screen through which you can see infinite space, a space that extends as far as the eyes can see. Concentrate on this dark space and become aware. Become aware of one thing you are deeply grateful for and envision it on that screen. Continue your awareness of this space. No need to become involved. Practice detached awareness only. And keep in your vision that thing that you are deeply grateful for. Bend your knees in towards your chest. Hands or arms around your knees or your shins. Bring your forehead, nose, or chin toward your knees and squeeze in tight. Relax your head and shoulders down. And now lower your feet down. Move your knees from side to side. And then roll on to whichever side feels good to you. Pause there for a moment. As you're ready, use the strength of your hands and arms to bring yourself back up into a seat. Cross leg, kneeling, leg straight out, whatever feels best to you. And as you come to a comfortable seat, bring your awareness back to your breath.
As we come back together, bring palms together, thumbs to your sternum. Give yourself a couple more deep breaths. Bow in. So important to take a pause, to take a rest. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.